22, the Manila Mustangs. And Manila comes in at 11-9 overall, 2-4 in Region 22 play. Clark Anderson is their head coach. He's in his second year as head coach, but he's been coaching in the program for, I think, 12 or 15 years at Manila. Manila is the designated visiting team. Wendover comes in, coached by Coach Kate Henderson. And Wendover 18-4 overall this year. It's been a very good year. A lot of wins on the schedule for the Wildcats. 6-2 in Region 21 play. And again, the number 2 seed. They are led by Yelani Duenas' 8 points per game. They're very balanced. Adriana Delgadillo, 7.5 points. Angelica Badillo, 7.5 points. And Tanya Duran, 7 points a game as well. So a lot of balance in those top 4 players for the Wendover Wildcats. As for the Manila Mustangs, everything runs through Aspen Collett, 13.5, almost 14 points per game, plus 8.5 rebounds and almost 2 steals per game. And I don't have stats on blocks, but I would wager she's averaging 2 or 3 blocks per game. She is a tough one to deal with. Aspen Collett also down inside. Sylvie Anderson, some good height and length as well. This is a Manila team that can give some teams a tough matchup. It'll be Collett against Adriana Delgadillo, the junior, for the tip. And apologies, we didn't get starting lineups in there for you. Collett wins it up ahead. And to the hoop goes Lexi Taylor. Nope, cut off. Good defense by Wendover. That's been one of their trademarks this season. First in all of 1A, allowing just under 27 points per game are the Wendover Wildcats. They also average 46.5 points per game on offense. So they're really a balanced team, offense and defense. Manila, 11th this season in 1A. 43.3 points per game. Lexi Taylor receives the long skip pass, shoots a 3 short. Diana Solano with the rebound for Wendover. And the Wildcats will have a chance to score first. Tanya Duran goes left elbow, shot up, a little too strong. Rebound tipped over into the hands of Chloe Slegowski of Manila. Let's see who that 5th starter is out there for the Mustangs. Okay, we've got Abby Sadler, Lexi Taylor, Chloe Slegowski, Sylvia Anderson, and Aspen Collett. Now, Manila, 6th in 1A, allowing 40.4 points per game, and again, scoring just 43.3 per game. That's 11th, but one of the things they'll do is Coach Anderson really has his team very conscious of the pace. When they can, they'll push, but they really like to slow things down and keep a slow pace, keep the limit offensive opportunities for the opposition. Manila, recipient of a foul. Yaneli Duenas with her first personal, and the Mustangs inbound from the baseline. Slegowski looking in, still looking. Mustangs in the road reds. They are the designated visitors in this one. Wendover in the home whites, red, green numbers, black stripe down the right and left sides of the jerseys. Down inside, Sadler pulls up just a bit short. Aspen Collett with her first offensive rebound of the game. Kicks it back outside. Long 2 is a bit short from Slegowski. Mustangs pull down another offensive rebound and miss the shot short. Thank you. The Wildcats have it. Alana Henderson, but she travels. And Manila will inbound again from the baseline. Slegowski fires up top. Sadler looking for something, goes left side. Quick jumper, Lexi Taylor swishes it through. Lexi puts Manila on top, 2-0 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Mustangs put on some full court pressure. Wildcats beat it, pass up ahead to the right side. Shot too strong by Diana Solano. Offensive rebound. Solano puts it up and in, fought through the defensive pressure and ties the score at 2 points apiece. This is again Manila, the number 3 team from Region 22 versus Wendover, the number 2 from Region 21. Mustangs lose control but maintain possession. Taylor, left wing. Slegowski, top of the key to Sadler. Here's a Manila team that will really slow the pace if they feel like that's what they're, if they can get an advantage out of that. Down right baseline, Sadler nowhere to go, kicks it back up top, or Anderson rather, kicks it back up top. Then the right wing jumper, no, but Collett with the offensive rebound, and she goes up with the left hand and rattles it home. And boy, if Collett can continue to get offensive rebounds like that, this is going to be a long day for Wendover defensively. The full court pressure. Tanya Duran up ahead. Back to Duran. She'll dribble, lose it off her leg, saves it on the baseline, and gives to Solano. Across the top, left elbow jumper from Adriana Delgadillo, and she knocks it down. 4-4, we are tied on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. First quarter action. And today's broadcast is brought to you in part by the Cache Valley Visitors Bureau for outdoor adventure, for a foodie trek, maybe amazing music and theater, much more. Also, Utah State Athletics. Find your fun in Logan by visiting explorelogan.com. Mustangs get off a shot, can't get it to go, and Alana Henderson with the rebound for the Wildcats up ahead. Here's another left elbow jumper and another swish through for Adriana Delgadillo. Wildcats on top for the first time in this one, 6-4 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Sadler to the top of the key, bounces for Collett. Anderson with it down on the right baseline. Mustangs working it around, and again the Road Reds, black numbers. Wildcats in what looks like a zone defense, and Coach Anderson of Manila calls for a timeout. That'll prompt a timeout for us as well. We'll be right back. This is Utah 1A basketball on KSL and MyLocalRadio.com.
We know that when you think of Plains Tire in Evanston, you always think
the Tire Professionals.
Quality customer service. They're friendly with great prices.
I really like Plains Tire in Evanston.
But did you also know that the team at Plains Tire offers oil changes, windshield wiper checks, and free alignment checks? That's right, free alignment checks. We don't want you to quit thinking all those great things when you hear Plains Tire. We just want you to add to the list. Plains Tire, the tire professionals. Stop in today, 157 Bear River Drive.
Welcome back to Utah 1A basketball, presented by Bear Lake Realty. For real estate in the Bear Lake area, work with the best. Visit BearLakeRealty.com. Gary and Amber McKee in Garden City have been involved with these live streams for a few years. I guess it was a few years ago that they were helping out with that. Mustangs go down inside. Sylvie Anderson fouled on the shot, and it's just as well for Wendover because right there was Brooke Guyman for the offensive rebound. But Anderson will go to the free throw line and shoot two. First free throws of the game for either team. Games already today. Monticello dominated Intermountain Christian 62-38. Manila beat Milford by 10. A close one there, 57-47. Anderson drains the first. And in the girls' side, Wayne beat Bryce Valley by 10. Rich beat Tinnick 54-19. What's that, a 35-point victory? Anderson hits both free throws, and we're tied back up at 6 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Left side, missed shot. Guyman, the rebound for Manila. Up court, Sadler, Lexi Taylor on the left wing. Across the top, Sydney Smith. Mustangs work it around. They got Smith open left wing. Thought about the three, but the zone defense comes out. She passes up. Guyman, Smith, Sadler. Mustangs started this season, I think it was 9-1. They work it down inside, and Anderson is fouled again. And finished the season just 2-8. A big part of that was losses against, so 4 total losses, twice against Rich, twice against Tabiona in Region 22 play. Tabiona brings the top seed into the tournament from Region 22. They'll take on West Ridge Academy tonight at 8:30. Val Cook will be on the call for that one. Anderson, 3 for 3 from the free throw line so far in the game. Drains that second free throw as well, or that first one, and has a second one coming. Puts Manila back on top. So already 1, 2, 3 ties and 1, 2, 3 lead changes in this one. 3:19 left in the first quarter. Anderson's second free throw a bit short. Rebound, good board by Alana Henderson, her third of the game for Wendover. Turn and go, and the give to Duran. Dribbles to her right between the legs. Well, she's an adept ball handler, or Duenas rather. You can see that for sure. The long ponytail is going to make it hard for me to see her number. I just have to remember the ponytail. Shot from the left elbow, comes up short. Manila with the rebound, but they give it away. Trying to head up court. And outlet pass was not to who they wanted it to be. Duenas, top of the key, dribbles to her right. Manila. Looks like a 2-3 zone defense. Wildcats try to go inside. Anderson with the takeaway up ahead to Smith, and Olivia goes to the right side and finishes off the glass. 9-6, Mustangs push out to a 3-point lead. Up to the right wing, Duran. Back outside, Duenas leading the team with 8.1 points per game. Also, almost 3 rebounds. She tries to give it off to Duran. She drives, shot blocked by Collett. Out of bounds. It goes to Wendover. From the baseline, 9-6 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Duenas receives the inbound pass. Down on the left corner, Duran, nowhere to go. Good defense by Manila. Switch to a man-to-man defense. Pass over the top into the hands of Delgadillo, and she's fouled on the floor from the help side defense. And for Manila, that's a first team foul, and it's Lexi Taylor picking up the foul. She goes all the way back court thinking she was going to get subbed out, but no. Instead, Duenas fires it inside, and it's picked off by Sylvie Anderson. Up ahead. Across the key, Sadler can't hold on to it. A low bounce pass from Smith, and the Mustangs turn it over. This is the second time in the game on a turnover for Manila. I've got Wendover with 3 so far early on here. Just under 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. 9-6, Manila with the lead. Mustangs, the number 3 team from Region 22. Wendover, 18-4 this season. Number 2 from Region 21. Nice pass down inside and the running floater. Up and in for Solano, who has 4 points in this first quarter. 9-8, Wendover back to within 1. Milford, the only team to beat Wendover in Region 21 play. Call it down inside, wrapped up. Great hands from Alana Henderson to force the jump ball. Possession arrow gives it to Wendover. Mustangs thought it would be theirs, and they'd lined up for the inbound play. 1:23 left in the first. Just won a tight one so far. Mustangs, been a few years since they made any noise at the state tournament. Lost, did not make it to state last year, 0-8 in Region 17 at that time. Left elbow jumper is short. Offensive rebound for Henderson. She'll turn and kick it back outside. 3-point shot is up, and it's a long 2 from the right wing by Tanya Duran. And Wendover retakes the lead 10-9. Last year, Manila lost the play-in game to Parowan. Didn't make it to state the year before that. Pass across the lane. Somehow works his way into the hands of Sadler, who shoots. She's blocked, and Henderson comes down with it. Long baseball pass up ahead, and trying to save it, Duran steps on the baseline. Manila, last time they won in a game in the state tournament, 2012-13. Aspen Collett's sister, I believe it was Rebecca Collett, the older sister, was a big part of the Mustangs' very nice season. Pass down inside, Anderson misses just off target. Solano with the rebound for Wendover. And in that 2012-13 year, the Mustangs went 20-5, 6-2 in the region. Finished 7th place at state after losing to Milford in the 5th and 7th place game, 39-31. Wendover up court, turns it over for a 5th time in the quarter, and the Mustangs have a chance to regain the lead, trailing 10-9 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard with time running down in this first quarter, under 15 seconds to go. Out on the right wing, Taylor up top, a hot pass inside, looking for Anderson, and it goes right to the hands of Adriana Delgadillo. But Anderson wraps her up from behind. A dangerous pass there from Sydney Smith was easily taken away by Wendover. Mustangs catch a break, though. Inbound, Smith, Sadler, splits the D, pulls up, left elbow, and hits. So Sadler hits just before the end of the first quarter. And at the end of one, Manila leads 11-10 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Utah 1A basketball on KSL and MyLocalRadio.com.
I didn't think it was possible to add one more thing to my already busy schedule. Then I realized that earning my degree will not only help me, but my family too.
Wildcats with it to start this second quarter. Welcome back to Utah 1A basketball, presented by Bear Lake Realty and by Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. Manila on top by 1, 11-10 as we start this second quarter on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Wildcats with the basketball. Tanya Duran, 2 points in the first quarter, has it, top of the key, dribbles right, nice screen by Delgadillo. Duran pulls up for the three, misses a bit short, and a fight for the rebound will be a foul on Manila. I believe the official pointed toward Manila's offensive basket, but then corrected himself, and it is Monticello Wendover basketball. The foul charged to Brooke Guyman, and that's her first. Inbound, left corner, long two is a high arcing shot by Duenas. Missed, but the long rebound chased down by Delgadillo. Top of the key, Duran. Back to Duenas. Solano, left wing. Wendover works it around, cut through the lane, kick it across, right wing, long two. Rebound saved by Delgadillo, and then a travel underneath by Henderson. Delgadillo all over the court. 3 rebounds, 6 points in this game already. Same for Diana Solano. 4 points and 3 rebounds. 11-10, Manila on top by 1. Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Wildcats in what looks like a 1-3-1 zone defense as the Mustangs cross the timeline. Manila in the road whites, or the road reds rather. Wendover in the home whites. Inside to Collett, kicks it back outside, skip it across, looking for Sadler, and a wild pass from Sidney Smith. Too high, Sadler couldn't get up to it. 5th turnover of the game for the Manila Mustangs. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by the town of Garden City, where families play. That's at Bear Lake, beautiful Bear Lake, Utah. Log on to bearlake.org today. Manila comes up with a takeaway, a 7th turnover of the game for Wendover. Across the timeline comes Taylor. Lexi gives right side to Sadler. Aspen Collett's been neutralized pretty much so far. A couple of offensive rebounds, just 1 basket as Manila, again, a poor pass gives it away to Wendover. 6 turnovers in the game for the Mustangs. Down inside, Duran, pretty pass. And the finish for Alana Henderson. Duran with the dish. And Wendover goes back up by 1. Manila gives it right back to Wendover. Another poor pass. Coach Anderson looks down, scratches his head, and smiles in frustration. Coach Kate Henderson calls for a timeout as Wendover leads by 1, 12-11 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. We'll take another quick break, back in 30 seconds on one of Utah basketball on KSL and mylocalradio.com.
Utah's Bryce Canyon is a landscape so intense, so mind-boggling that you gotta stand inside it, below it, and above it, just to take it all in. And the only way to be that close to world-famous Bryce Canyon is to stay at historic Ruby's Inn. Now, Ruby's Inn completes your Bryce Canyon experience because it's your home base for family adventure. Give your family that wow moment and reconnect with nature and each other. Plan your Bryce Canyon trip today to historic Ruby's Inn, the wonder of the West.
Welcome back to this Ellingford Brothers in Evanston, Wyoming presentation of Utah 1A basketball. Manila with 3 turnovers in less than 2 minutes of action of the second quarter. 7 in the ball game, but they're down by just 1, 12-11. Wendover with the ball. Duran, long pass, left corner. Duenas for the 3. No, just a bit too long, but the rebound tipped out into the hands of Duenas. She bounces a long pass across the key, misses a missed 3-point shot from Badillo, but then into the hands of Duenas again, and this time Collett says, okay, that's enough, and pulls it down for Manila. Duenas averages 8 points a game, has not scored yet in this one. Down on the right baseline, Anderson looking inside, nothing there. Mustangs work it around. Sadler, Collett, 1 dribble, kick it left corner. Taylor dribbles across the lane, and a foul away from the ball. Gives it to Manila underneath the hoop. Angelica Badillo with her first personal foul. It's just a 4th team foul on the Wendover Wildcats. Taylor rather, inbounds to Sadler. Back to Taylor, to Slagowski, left wing. Mustangs having a little trouble against this 1-3-1 zone. Packing the inside and a reach in on Duran as Taylor tried to drive. I don't have anybody in foul trouble. Duran picks up her first. That's a 15 foul on the Wildcats. Taylor to inbound again. Still looking. Now goes up high to Collett, left wing. Bounce up top. 5 minutes, 10 seconds. Back to Collett, free throw line. Dishes off Sadler. Right to elbow jumper. Right angle, rather. Misses and a rebound. Pulled down by Tanya Durant. Wildcats have kept Manila scoreless for quite a while, but Manila's done the same to the Wildcats. Just 2 points so far here in the second quarter. Almost midway through, but a nice pass, and again the assist. Adriana Delgadillo finishes on the left side off the window. And Wendover pushes out to a 3-point lead, 14-11 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Mustangs, one thing they have struggled with this year is scoring 43.3 points per game. That's 11th in 1A. That's about middle of the pack. Pass across the lane. Anderson somehow pulls that in, turns, shoots short. Offensive board by Collett. Her shot is a bit short. Fight for the board. Taylor pulls it down, but she's called for the foul. So Lexi Taylor picks up her second. The Mustangs getting some offensive rebounds, but unable to take advantage of it. And Manila sets up in a zone, what looks like probably going to be a half-court trap. They back off, a long pass across the way. It yields a turnover. Collett has it deflected away by Delgadillo, and then Collett is called for the foul as she tries to get it back from Tanya Durant. So Manila had forced the turnover, but then couldn't hold on to it. And Wendover will inbound from the sideline right in front of their bench. 4:08 left, second quarter. Mustangs have not scored yet in this second after 11 points in the first. Wendover with just 4 points in the second. We're midway through. Pass, a good entry pass inside. Delgadillo turns, kicks it across the key. Badillo back across left side. 3-point shot attempt just a bit long. Sadler rebound for Mustangs. To Anderson. Sylvie lobs it down inside, looking for Taylor. She just pulls it in on the baseline, dribbles back out to the corner. Looking around. I said Taylor, that was Slagowski. Taylor with it now. Again, the 1-3-1, and up top of that 1-3-1 is Angelica Badillo, and she's really coming out high on the defense. She's doing a nice job. Collett dribbles across. Sadler misses. Anderson, the offensive board, put back with the left hand, is up and in. Anderson has 5 points in the game. And the Mustangs are within 14-13 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Duenas has a pass deflected into the hands of the Mustangs. Down to the other end. Sadler, right side, misses. Aspen Collett rebound, and she's hacked as she tries to go back up with it. Aspen Collett with 6 rebounds in the game and earns a trip to the free throw line. The foul, Tanya Duran, her second personal. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Ellingford Brothers in Evanston, Wyoming. For concrete, sand, and gravel, welding and fabrication, custom truck accessories, and your next construction project, and more. Visit ellingfordbros.com. That's ellingfordbros.com. Collett hits the first free throw. We're tied at 14 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Wayne beat Bryce Valley. Rich hammered Tinnick. Those two teams will meet tomorrow night in the quarterfinals. The winner of this one will face the winner between Panguitch and Green River. That's the next game here on mylocalradio.com and live.ksl.com. Collett hits both free throws, and Manila retakes the lead. A 4-0 Mustang run in a low-scoring game like this. That 4-0 run is huge. So the Mustangs lead by 1 and get a takeaway. Up the right side, Slagowski. Down in the corner. Back across, Sadler, left elbow, short elbow jumper, missed. Collett saves it. Back outside, the short jumper a bit off target. Call it with the offensive rebound, missed. Call it with the offensive rebound. That's 3 offensive rebounds for Call it on this possession, and a jump ball will keep it with the Mustangs. Lexi Taylor checks back in. Chloe Slagowski gets a breather. Sadler, Call it, Anderson, and Sydney Smith on the floor for Manila. Sadler from the left corner, lobs it into Anderson, fires underneath to Call it. Good hands. She goes up and misses the shot. Rebound tipped around and into the hands of Badillo. She's fouled as she turns and heads up court. I think that's Sydney Smith. No, Lexi Taylor picks up her 3rd, and that's a 5th Mustang team foul. Make it a 5th. 15-14, Mustangs on top, 2:13 left to go. Second quarter action from the Sevier Valley Center in the Utah State Championship Tournament. And the boys' side, the game going on right now is Wendover and Tabiona. That's the one boy, I wanted to see, but get to be here calling the girls' game. Pass outside. Wendover beat Tabiona in overtime to start the season on the boys' side. And I think that'll be a nice matchup today going on at Richfield High School. And you can also watch that one at mylocalradio.com and live.ksl.com as well. Duran on the right wing. Wendover girls trail by 1 against the Region 22 number 3 team, Manila Mustangs. Left wing, Badillo. It was a season that's shown a lot of promise for Wendover, as the Mustangs force another turnover. That's Wendover's 5th of the game. But then the Mustangs give it right back. Aspen Call it mishandled the pass, and Mustangs with 8 turnovers. I got Wendover with 10 in the game. Again, Wendover 18-4 this season. They lost to start the season against Paiute, then beat Intermountain Christian. They lost 1 to Tabiona, a fairly close game. Their only other losses this year are against Milford, which is one of the top teams in the state, probably. Down inside, the foul, the finish, and a free throw coming for Tanya Duran. That puts Wendover back on top. Aspen Call it with a 2nd personal foul. And the free throw good. Tanya Duran swishes it through. 3-point play completed. Wildcats up by 2. Minute 15 to go, first half. Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Aspen and Anderson pulls up. Sylvie Anderson, apologies, I'm calling her Aspen. Pulls up short, rebound, long release pass up ahead to Duran, who can't finish on the left side. Mustangs have it. Lexi Taylor, or Sydney Smith rather, gives to Call it. Aspen keeps it away from the defense and hands off to Slagowski. Back up top, Taylor. Or Smith rather. Pass inside, deflected away out of bounds. Mustang basketball. 46.5 seconds left in this first half. And again, Wildcats lead by 2. To the right side. Trying to drive. Call it comes up with the loose ball, but dribbles it into the defense, loses it, and the Wildcats go to the other end. Badillo misses too strong on the layup. Sydney Smith with the rebound from Manila. Out to Sadler. Abby draws the defense in, dishes off to Anderson, who rips it away from the D to Call it across the lane to Sadler. And Abby finishes. Good ball movement by Manila, and we're tied at 17, 18, 17, 16 seconds left. The Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard in the first half. Our halftime show will be brought to you by Southern Utah University. Offensive rebound from Alana Henderson. And she's fouled on the attempted putback. So the Wildcats at the free throw line, shooting 2. Alana Henderson. Chance to put Wendover back on top. The foul charge to Sylvie Anderson, coach's daughter. Clark Anderson in his 2nd year head coaching the Manila Mustangs. Henderson misses the first. Too strong. The heel of the basket. Brooke Guyman checks in. Aspen Call it gets a breather for the final 9.5. I think Coach Anderson thinking, I don't want a 3rd personal foul on Call it, so we'll make sure to avoid that in these final 9.5 seconds of the first half. Henderson dribbles a few times, touches the ball to the floor, and then delivers a swish, and Wendover is back on top by 1, 18-17. A low-scoring second quarter. Mustangs work it up court. Slagowski may have gotten away with a travel. Kicks it right side. 3-point shot is off the window and in for Sydney Smith. just before the buzzer, and Manila leads 20-18 at the half. Mustangs with a 3-point buzzer beater from Sidney Smith. 20-18 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. We got the Southern Utah University halftime show coming up when we return on this presentation of Utah 1A basketball on KSL and MyLocalRadio.com.
Your truck works hard for you. Give it all the accessories it needs. Ellingford Brothers has the best accessories around. See them today for a wide variety of hitches, grill guards, and more for your truck. Ask them about a Line-X spray-on bed liner. It's specially formulated and very durable. Ellingford Brothers has quality products and affordable prices. Stop by their office today at 221 County Road. Ellingford Brothers. For your next construction project, count on the best. Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same day and next day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Welcome back to the halftime show, brought to you by Southern Utah University. Experience more. Visit www.suu.edu and learn how you can become a T-Bird today. 20-18 at the half. The Manila Mustangs lead Region 21's number 2 team, the Wendover Wildcats. This would be a bit of an upset if Manila can earn the pick up, hold on and win this game. But of course, 16 minutes left to go in this contest, and Manila on top by just 2. They got a 3-point basket off the window by Sidney Smith just before the buzzer. She finishes the first half with 5 points. Sylvia Anderson with 5 as well. Manila pretty balanced scoring. Those two with 5, Abby Sadler and Aspen Collett with 4 points apiece, and then Lexi Taylor with 2. Aspen Collett I have with 4 points, 9 rebounds, and she averages almost 14 points a game. Wendover's done a nice job keeping her in check offensively, but boy, she's got a lot of rebounds, and of those 9, I think 6 are offensive. She's really doing a nice job on the offensive glass. Wendover with 6 points from Adriana Delgadillo. She had 4 of those in the first quarter. Tanya Duran with 5 points, including 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Alana Henderson, 3 points, 5 rebounds, and Diana Solano with 4 points as well. The Mustangs 5 of 6 from the free throw line, and the Wildcats 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Mustangs were slow to get things going in that second quarter and trailed 14-11 but then woke up, went on a 4-0 run, and then scored 5 more points before the end of the quarter. And again, a big part of that was that bank 3 by Sidney Smith just before the buzzer. Manila leads 20-18 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard, and our halftime show again is brought to you by SUU, Southern Utah University. Experience more. Stay tuned. We've got more of the halftime show coming up. You're tuned in to this presentation of Utah 1A basketball presented by Bear Lake Realty. Visit bearlakerealty.com for the best in real estate in the Bear Lake area, and by Ellingford Brothers of Evanston, Wyoming. For your next construction project, count on the best. Visit ellingfordbros.com. Stay tuned. More of the halftime show coming up. We'll have some sponsors. We'll have some ads from our many sponsors, and we want to thank all the businesses and folks that have helped sponsoring these broadcasts here on mylocalradio.com and live.ksl.com.
Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need.
When you buy or sell real estate, it's important to work with a realtor that has experience, is knowledgeable about the market that you're interested in, and has your best interest at heart. At Bear Lake Realty, you'll find all of these traits plus more when you work with Gary McKee and his professional team. So whether you're buying or selling land, a home, a summer home, or a quarter share, make sure you're working with the best real estate team. Call Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty today.
Bryce Canyon Half Marathon. 13.1 miles of fast and unforgettable running on scenic Byway 12. From Bryce Canyon City descending to Cannonville through the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park. Race runs on the second Saturday in July. Start training today.
They really appreciate every customer at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. They understand that you have lots of options when it comes to purchasing outdoor recreation vehicles. That's why they work hard to earn your business by making sure they understand exactly what you want. They're friends with their customers. When you're happy, they're happy. If you haven't been to their store, they invite you to come visit. And if you've already one of their friends, stop in again soon and check out all of this season's gear. Cache Honda Yamaha in between Logan and Smithfield on US 91.
If you're looking for live local sports, local news, weather, live classifieds, and free photo downloads, search no more. MyLocalRadio.com has what you want. Watch your teams live or browse the tens of thousands of photographs of Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho high school events, from speech and drama competitions, rodeo, an array of different athletics, activities, community events, and so much more. Visit MyLocalRadio.com today and find what you're looking for.
Comfort Inn in Richfield offers guests cozy accommodations and friendly service. Amenities include free Wi-Fi, free hot breakfast, indoor pool and hot tub. If you're looking for a getaway, or if you're here at the Comfort Inn for work, we've got you covered.
People hear words like server or cloud storage and are usually confused. I hear those words and think solutions. It didn't start that way. When I enrolled at Southern Utah University, it wasn't clear to me where I'd end up. The professors at SUU took the time to get to know me and help steer my natural people skills and leadership talents into a successful business career. Now I'm a leader in the business of global connectivity, thanks to the guidance I received from Southern Utah University.
What did one thirsty range cow say to the other? I'm utterly parched.
Thirsty livestock equals lower profits. Protect your profits now with high-quality cement troughs from Ellingford Brothers in Evanston, Wyoming, a family-owned company serving ranchers across Wyoming and beyond for over 75 years. Before your profits go teats up from the thirst, contact Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. Increase the life of your trough and protect small range animals with a critter ladder. Ellingford Brothers, Evanston.
Welcome back to this presentation of Utah 1A basketball, brought to you by Bear Lake Realty and Ellingford Brothers of Evanston. No portion of this broadcast, of this webcast, in its entirety may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Deseret Digital Media. At the half, the Manila Mustangs lead the Wendover Wildcats 20-18. Some games from earlier today. Wayne scored 5 points in the first half, none in the second quarter, but then exploded for 27 points in the third quarter and beat Bryce Valley by 10, 48-38. The number one team from Region 19 beats Region 20's number 4. Rich blew out Tinnick 54-19. And again here at the half, Wendover and Manila, the Mustangs, are on top by 2. Wendover has the ball to start this third quarter. Wendover and the home whites, they're designated home team. Number 1 in the state, allowing just 26.7 points per game. Mustangs just 7 points shy of that through 2 quarters. 16 minutes left to go. Wildcats with the basketball. Again, in the home whites, Mustangs in the road reds. Black numbers, black stripe down the side. Long 2 comes up short, but the offensive rebound by Adriana Delgadillo, her 4th rebound of the game. And Delgadillo goes back to the free throw line, or goes to the free throw line for the first time today. The foul, Lexi Taylor, and that's her 4th. Boy, that could be trouble for the Mustangs. She's one of their primary ball handlers, and I know talking with Coach Anderson during the season, he feels like he's already short on quality ball handlers. Free throw eases down through for Delgadillo, who has 8 points, or 7 points in the game, rather. And Collett will get a breather. Guyman checks into the game. Nope, Collett stays in there. A tall lineup in there with Guyman, Collett, and Anderson on the floor. Second free throw up off the left side, and the rebound comes down into the hands of Slagowski. She's wrapped up. Jump ball gives it to Manila. 20-19, Manila on top. Something to be said there. I mentioned that Wendover allowing just 27 points per game. That's first in all of 1A, and Manila with what didn't seem like a real great offensive first half, but scoring almost as much as what Manila has allowed, or what Wendover has allowed per game all season long. And some others have obviously scored more than that. Milford 43 and 54 against Wendover. But Tinnick managed just 25. West Desert 12 against the Wildcats. Manila turns it over. Travel by Aspen Collett. Right corner. Wildcats go to Duenas. She is the leading scorer on the team. 8 points a game. Hasn't scored yet in this one, but has a handful of rebounds and a couple of assists. On the left wing, Duenas. Wildcats showing some patience. Manila in a man-to-man defense. Wildcats have been mostly in a 1-3-1. Pick and roll, and the pass tipped away and into the hands of Brooke Guyman for Manila. An 11th turnover of the game for the Wildcats of Wendover. Sadler backs it out. Spreads out. Still in the 1-3-1 is the defense for Wendover. Left wing. Slagowski into the middle. Guyman forces one into traffic. It's deflected away and out of bounds. This ball stays with the Manila Mustangs. 6:35 left to go in the third quarter. Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard has Manila on top by 1, 20-19. Wildcats last year, 10-12 rather overall, 8-4. They went 0-2 at the state tournament. Lost to Milford in consolation. Nice drive and dish, and Sylvie Anderson finishes. Manila puts Manila on top by 3, 22-19 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Wildcats 0-2 the year before that at state, 0-2 the year before that as well, but in 13-14, they beat Green River in the first round, 47-39. Shot up from the left baseline. Delgadillo misses it, rolls across the iron and out. Rebound by Brooke Guyman, and she is wrapped up for a jump ball as she comes down with it. This is a real height advantage in there. As I mentioned, Collett, Anderson, and Guyman all close to 6 feet tall and all real good length. Long arms, big wingspans. Inbounds, Duenas, they work it around, left wing to Duran. Tanya had 5 points in the first half. A couple of rebounds as well. Right corner, Duenas takes the three. Thought about it for a second, then shot. It hits the front of the rim, bounces over the top, and an offensive rebound by Solano. Turn around and in the lane. Duenas hits the three. And we are tied at 22. Oh, make it 22-21. I thought that was a three, but it was a 2-point basket. Sadler, boy, she is hit hard, ends up on the floor. And no whistle except that it goes out of bounds off of Wendover. 5:19 left to go in the first quarter, or the third quarter rather, excuse me. Chloe Slagowski looking to inbound. She goes in right underneath, and a quick shot by Sylvie Anderson, who has 9 points in the game. puts Manila on top 24-21, a 3-point lead. Kate Henderson of Wendover takes a full timeout, and we'll take a quick timeout as well. Manila on top 24-21 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard, and we'll be back on Utah 1A basketball and KSL on mylocalradio.com.
Hi there, Craig Dearden with Castle Rock Chevrolet right here in Evanston. Of course, it's about finding you that perfect vehicle, but at Castle Rock, it's about a lot more. It's using our experience to get you the best rate. We will get you the vehicle that you always wanted. It's about knowing your vehicle is in the right hands. Throughout the buying experience here at Castle Rock Chevrolet, we're here for you. If you're ready to buy a new truck, come to Castle Rock. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
Feeling the worst? Snap out of it. Become a new you in no time. With Logomaniacs, look your best. Logomaniacs, the right look for the right price.
Welcome back to this Utah 1A basketball presentation. Brought to you by Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. Nice ball movement by Wendover. They go down inside. Duenas finishes on the right side off the glass. 24-23. Wendover back to within 1. The Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Rocky Mountain Yeti, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Evanston, Wyoming. Abby Sadler dribbles to the free throw line, tries to pull up and shoot. She's stuffed. Collett comes down with the loose ball. Anderson double teamed down on the right baseline. Back outside, Collett up top, working around. Good quick ball movement by the Mustangs. And then a dangerous pass right into the hands of the Wildcats. Not sure what Sydney Smith saw, but it wasn't the defense. Crossover dribble by Duenas, and Duran rather. She'll kick it back outside. She got down to the baseline and had nowhere to go with it, threw it away. Both teams with 11 and 12 turnovers, right around that area. I've got Manila with 11, Wendover with 12, and it's a tight game, 24-23. Manila on top by 1. Sadler, left wing, Collett. Just 4 points in the game. Ashman averages 14. Mustangs try to go down inside to Anderson, and that one bounces just through everybody and out of bounds, and now we're tied up at 12 turnovers apiece. 4:08 left to go in this third quarter. And again, next broadcast, the next game on tap here in the Sevier Valley Center in the girls' bracket. Panguitch will take on Green River. After that, it'll be Milford and Whitehorse, then Paiute Monticello, Monument Valley and Valley, and then the night is finished off Tabiona and Westridge Academy. Also going on right now is a boys' game, Wendover versus Tabiona. Right wing three-point shot by Duran is well short, bounces its way out of bounds. And again, games earlier today. Monticello blasted Intermountain Christian as the boys. Manila beat Milford by 10. And in the girls' side, Wayne over Bryce Valley by 10, and Rich hammered Tinnick 54-19. 3:43 left in the third quarter. Anderson is fouled as she tries to split through the defense. Coach Anderson talking with his team from the sideline. Delgadillo with the foul. That's her second personal foul. She's leading her team in scoring with 7 points. Inbound to Collett at the free throw line. Kicks it to Anderson. Right back to Collett inside. She's bumped. Dishes off right elbow. Missed on the shot, but Collett gets the offensive rebound. Misses that. And a fight for the rebound ends up in the hands of Wendover. Duran turns and goes up court to Badillo. Back to Duran, and a foul on the Mustangs on the pass. And that's Sylvie Anderson with her second personal. Aspen Collett continues to be frustrated offensively as 1-3-1 zone has limited what the Mustangs can do inside. Three-point shot, right corner is in there. Yaneli Duenas, and she has come alive here in this third quarter. 26-24, Wendover on top. Duenas had no points in the first half, has 7 here in the third. Collett drives and is fouled. Earns a trip to the free throw line and has a chance to tie the score back up. That also is a third personal foul against Adriana Delgadillo. Call it at the line. 11 rebounds in the game, just 6 points, a couple of blocks. 2 for 2 so far from the line in this ball game. Misses short on the front end. 26-24, Wendover on top. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by the Evanston Travel and Tourism Board. Be wowed by Celtic superstars in Evanston, Wyoming during the World Class Celtic Festival, March 23rd and 24th. Visit EvanstonCelticFestival.com for all the info. That's EvanstonCelticFestival.com. A wrap-up on the rebound is a jump ball, and Manila has the possession arrow. Chloe Slagowski to inbound. Looking in underneath, nothing there. Looking in up top, fires to Taylor, or Sydney Smith, rather. Down inside, Collett goes strong to the hoop. A lot of contact on the miss. She gets her own rebound, misses that one, and then Delgadillo pulls down the rebound for the Wildcats. I tell you, Collett, another part of her frustration, it has to be all the contact. She's really getting bumped around inside and not drawing a lot of fouls. Pass across the lane. Wendover gives it away as the Mustangs steal it. Slagowski to the other end. Puts it up, and in, and she's fouled. Tanya Duran with the foul, her third personal. And the Mustangs have a chance to retake the lead with an and one opportunity for Chloe Slagowski. Her first points of the game. And Slagowski goes to the free throw line to shoot one. Today's broadcast is also brought to you in part by Bear Lake Realty. Visit BearLakeRealty.com today to start enjoying beautiful Bear Lake. If you or a family member is looking for real estate in the Bear Lake area, work with the best. BearLakeRealty.com. Slagowski at the line, and her free throw off the right side misses. Rebound, Alana Henderson with her 6th rebound of the game. 26-26, we are tied. The Mustangs and the Wildcats bounce inside. Nice entry pass to Delgadillo, who finishes on the right side. 9 points in the game for her, and I believe it was Badillo with that perfectly placed bounce pass to enter it inside. 28-26, Mustangs down. Collett at the free throw line. Kicks it back outside. Long two is short. And the rebound, Sadler had it but couldn't hold on to it. And then a jump ball as Sylvie Anderson wrapped up Henderson. After the jump ball, it'll go to Wendover. 2:07 left to go, third quarter. And the Wildcats on top by 2 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Mustangs have scored 26 through, what's that, 22 minutes of play, and Wendover this season has allowed 26.7 points per game. Duenas pulls up left side, long two, misses air ball short, offensive board, Alana Henderson, and she's fouled as she goes back up with it. The foul. Aspen Collett, her third. A little bit of foul trouble now for the Mustangs. Collett has 3. Anderson has 2. Lexi Taylor's on the bench with 4. Henderson hits the first with a swish. She's 2 of 3 from the line in the game so far. Has another free throw coming. Can put her team up by 2 possessions if she hits this free throw. Of course, a lot of game left. 1:53 left here in the third. We got the fourth quarter coming up. Again, she touches the line with the ball and knocks down the free throw. She's got an interesting routine, but it works. And Wendover leads by 4. Aspen Collett across the timeline with the dribble. Gives it up to Sadler. Abby fires inside for Anderson. Sylvie steps back and misses the short corner jumper. Actually more of a 5-foot jumper on the right baseline. Rebound to the west, Wendover Wildcats. Duenas up across the timeline. She's had a nice third quarter against 7 points here in the third. Right wing 3, no, just a bit over the top. Henderson, the offensive rebound, kicks it back outside. Wendover resets the offense with just over a minute to go in the third quarter. Duran rolls back out, 10 feet beyond the three-point arc. Again to Duenas. Hands off to Badillo. Angelica, the junior, drives, scoops it up with the right hand, misses, and a rebound, Aspen Collett. She ripped that away from Henderson, who had position, but Collett just over the top pulled it away. And then a blocking foul down the other way as Collett goes all the way to the coast-to-coast, dished it off at the last second to Cannell Browning. And I believe it was Angelica Badillo with the foul. 4th team foul on the Wendover Wildcats. Her Badillo's second. Brooke Guyman checks into the game. And Browning back out as Slagowski looks to inbound. Wendover's defensive set right now looks like a 2-3, but they're really playing more of a 1-3-1, at least was what we've seen most of the time. Guyman outside to call it. Aspen, Sadler around left corner. Anderson thought about a shot, but had nothing there. Work it around. And then back to Anderson. Nice ball movement, and she'll pull up and miss. Good strong rebound by Delgadillo. Is her 6th of the game, 3rd of the quarter. Wildcats have pulled away they've outscored Manila 12-6 in this 3rd quarter. The Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard, but Wendover turns it over. Part of that I was just about to say was that they've taken care of the ball better here in this 3rd quarter. After 5 turnovers apiece in the 1st and 2nd, they had just 2 in the 3rd before that giveaway. Sadler quickly across the timeline, free throw line to Guyman. She'll go down left side. Collett steps through the defense, puts it up and in on the left side, and Collett has 6 points. Brings Manila to within 2, 30-28. That fires up the crowd a little bit as Duenas dribbles, steps back. The 3-point shot is good. Yaneli Duenas with a monster 3rd quarter, 10 points on her own. She outscored the Mustangs. And at the end of 3, it's Wendover 33, Manila 28 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Stay tuned. We got 4th quarter action coming up on Utah 1A basketball on KSL and mylocalradio.com. Welcome back to Utah 1A basketball, presented by Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. For your next construction project, visit ellingfordbros.com. Call it left wing. Mustangs with it to start this 3rd quarter, and they throw it away. A pass too high for Aspen Anderson. And as far as girls basketball goes, that's a high pass because Anderson's got some height and length. 7:40 left in the ball game. Wendover outscored Manila 15-8 in that 3rd quarter and pushed out to a 5-point lead. Driving is Duran up off the left side, misses. Delgadillo the offensive rebound, and she's fouled on the putback. She has 7 rebounds in the game to go along with 9 points. Sylvie Anderson picks up her 3rd, so you've got Anderson and Call with 3 fouls apiece. Lexi Taylor still on the bench. She picked up a 4th foul early in the 3rd quarter, and we haven't seen her since. Delgadillo rims one, in and out on her first free throw attempt. And there's Lexi Taylor back into the game. I think that's a big part of that. The offense slowing down for Manila is not having Taylor, the point guard, the facilitator, out on the floor because of that foul trouble. Second free throw is up and in with a swish for Delgadillo, who has 10 points and 7 rebounds in the contest. 34-28. 6-point lead for the Wildcats. Sadler to call it. Fires inside. It's picked away. Good anticipation by Duenas for the steal. She'll dribble up court, give to Badillo, who may have gotten away with the travel, scoops it up and misses, gets her own rebound. Badillo goes back outside. They work it around. Duenas thought about the left wing 3, but thought better of it. Get back outside. 7 minutes to go, and Wendover on top by 6. Mustangs in a man-to-man defense. They may need to come out and pressure a little more to try and get back into this one. They're going to need some takeaway, maybe some easy buckets. Just about got it there. Sadler on Duenas. Then to Badillo for the 3. That one too strong. Call it with the rebound. Her 14th of the game. Up court, the Mustangs turn it over. They've gotten, that's 3 turnovers to start this fourth quarter for Manila. Just not taking care of the ball like they need to down the stretch. 6:33 left to go. The Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard, the Wendover Wildcats lead by 6. Mustangs have struggled to find offense, but here's a steal. Abby Sadler somehow gets the pass through to call it. And Anderson on the right wing holds, looks around, goes up top. Lexi Taylor. Looking around, left corner. Taylor drives. It's kicked outside. Sadler drives, finds a little penetration, then goes right corner. Taylor for 3. This one in there. Lexi Taylor. After sitting for most of the third quarter in foul trouble, she comes back in here in the fourth, makes her presence immediately known with the 3-pointer. Manila with a steal. Sadler down toward the right baseline. Double team. Ball poked away. She gets it back. Dribbles away from pressure, and a foul, a reach-in by Angelica Badillo, is a 15 foul on Wendover. Angelica, I had her with 3. The PA man said her second, but it is her third. Inbound play for the Mustangs. Slagowski from the baseline. Looking in, looking low, looking high. Goes to Anderson in the right corner. Back to Slagowski. Quick short corner jumper. No. Rebound tipped around. Lexi Taylor has it. Back out. They work it around. Collett down inside. Up with the left hand short, but she's fouled. And Collett heads to the free throw line for 2. She's 2 for 4 so far in the game. Hit her first 2, missed her next 2. The foul is Adelana Henderson with her second personal. Collett, 6 points, 14 rebounds by my tally. That's unofficial. Oh, and that one rims around and out. Mustangs in the first half, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, but so far here in the second, 0 for 4. Boy, if this one comes down to a 1 or 2 point difference, they're going to be looking at those free throws and wishing they'd knocked a couple more down. Collett's second swishes through, and Manila is within 2. 34-32, Mustangs on a 4-0 run. Badillo, long lob pass up ahead. Henderson hands off to Duenas. A hot pass down inside, sails past her teammate out of bounds. And I mentioned that Manila had 3 turnovers to start this fourth quarter. Wendover with 3 turnovers on their last 3 possessions. Inbound to Taylor. Lexi with 4 fouls, dribbles across the timeline. Mustangs attacking left to right at mylocalradio.com and on KSL as well. Collett right side. Sadler down near the corner, back to Collett on the wing. Taylor left wing. She hit a 3 moments ago as part of this 5-0 or 4-0 Mustang run. Pass down inside, may have been deflected, no. Mustangs just misfired and turn it over. 5:09 left to go, plenty of time as Manila sets up in a full court press. Wendover, some good ball handlers. They get it into Badillo, or Delgadillo rather, and then to Duenas, who tries a long touchdown pass, and it's picked off by the Mustangs. She was trying to look like Nick Foles, but instead looked more like Nathan Peterman. Left wing, Lexi Taylor. And the ball is just stripped away from her. A jump ball is the whistle. That was a quick strip by Tanya Duran to be called a jump ball. Taylor put her hands up. No, I didn't do it. And she avoids what would have been a 5th personal foul. But it is a turnover for the Mustangs, a 5th of the quarter. Mustangs, again, the full court pressure. Collett guarding the inbound play, and those are some long arms to get the ball past. They do it into the hands of Henderson. It's deflected away from her out of bounds. Coach Clark Anderson liked that. He gave about 4 or 5 claps as the ball bounced to him for the Mustangs. But Wendover still with possession. They'll inbound from the sideline right in front of Manila's bench. Lob into the middle. It's a high pass just into the hands of Henderson. She took it away, and then trying to get the ball back from Anderson, knocks Sylvie to the floor. She goes down and grabs her head after she went down on the hardwood. She's back up off the floor. She wants to make sure she doesn't get taken out of the game for a moment. Here, final minutes of the game. Her teammates around her, rallying around, saying, "You're okay, you're okay, you got this." 4:43 left to go, and Anderson was able to get up quickly enough that she doesn't have to go off the floor for an injury timeout. Alana Henderson picked up a 3rd personal foul on the push, and Anderson goes to the line, shooting 1-and-1. That's a 7th team foul. Anderson so far in the game, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. First one, not what she wanted, not what Mustang fans wanted. A little bit short, just a little bit short. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. Visit bearlakerealty.com for the best in real estate from the Bear Lake area. bearlakerealty.com. Inbound. Nice job by Wendover to get it across the timeline. Diana Solano, double team, almost passes it away, but gets it back. Then Collett deflects it, throws it up court, but she stepped on the sideline. Boy, that would have been fun had she been able to get that in because Sadler was sprinting toward the hoop. Probably would have been an easy lay-in for the Mustangs to tie it up, but instead Wendover maintains possession and will try to inbound again from the sideline. Tanya Duran. Mustangs are putting a lot of effort into this. We'll see if their energy can last through these final 4.5 minutes because they've really expended a lot in the last few minutes to fight back in. They were down by 6, 34-28 just a couple of minutes ago. Left wing, long 2, bounces around and rims down through. Diana Solano with a big bucket for Wendover. Boy, that was huge, and the shooter's touch for Solano, who has 6 points in the game. Sadler, right wing to Collett. Aspen dribbles once, then kicks it left side. Lexi Taylor for 3. Got it, nothing but net. Lexi Taylor, her second 3 of the quarter. And the Mustangs are back to within 1, 36-35. And a travel on Wendover as they try to get it back up court against the full court pressure. Duenas checks back in. Mustangs down by 1 with the basketball. 3:54 to go in this ball game. Lexi Taylor averages 6 a game. She's got 6 in the quarter on 2 3-pointers. Slagowski to inbound for Manila. Into Collett. Turns, shoots. A lot of contact. No foul and a fight for the rebound. Sylvie Anderson wrapped up with Tanya Duran. Anderson, a reach-in foul. Mustang 5th team foul. Anderson's 4th. 4 on Anderson, 4 on Taylor, 3 on Collett for the Mustangs. A few players in foul trouble. Badillo, Delgadillo, and Henderson and Duran all with 3 fouls apiece for Wendover. 3:51 to go. Inbound. They get it to Solano. She'll bounce it back across the lane. Up ahead, Duran finds Solano. She'll dribble away from pressure. Hands off to Henderson, to Delgadillo, and then back out to Duenas. Manila coming out high on the defense, trailing by 1. Left wing, long 2 is short. Fight for the board. Sadler has it tipped away by Duenas out of bounds to Manila. The ball bounces inside the stanchion, and Sadler has to do a little bit of, I don't know if I've quite call that like American Ninja Warrior move, but she climbed over in there and had to pull that ball out. 3:30 left to go. And Taylor across the timeline. Timeout. Clark Anderson and the Manila Mustangs. Mustangs down by 1 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard with 3.5 left to go. And you're tuned in to Utah 1A basketball on KSL and MyLocalRadio.com.
It's fun helping each customer find the best vehicle for their needs. I'm Tracy Lawley and I've worked with my brother Kurt for 23 years. Back in 1969, my grandfather Donnell Jensen sold a customer this 1969 Dodge Charger. Years later, I had the opportunity to sell that same customer a new Dodge truck. And we continue to have the opportunity to serve his children and grandchildren. If you're buying a car from someone who isn't having fun, you should definitely come see me before you sign on the dotted line.
Welcome back to the Utah 1A basketball presented by Bear Lake Realty and by Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. Visit ellingfordbros.com. Manila with the basketball. 3.5 minutes to go on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard, and Wendover on top by 1. Mustangs led at the half by 2. Wendover used 15-8 outscoring of the Mustangs in the third quarter to take a 6-point lead into the fourth, but the Mustangs have battled back, outscoring Manila 7-2 so far here in this fourth. Collett dribbling out at the top of the key, gives to Lexi Taylor. A big part of this comeback has been Lexi Taylor's 2 3-point baskets. Bounce right corner, Slagowski into Anderson, turns, nobody on her. She'll take the shot, misses too strong. Duenas with the rebound for Wendover. Duenas had 10 points, has 10 points in the game. All of those came in the fourth quarter. She'll look to push that lead back out. Wendover, one of the top defense, actually the top scoring defense in the state in 1A. Diana Solano, right angle jumper is good. Solano coming on strong here in the fourth, has 4 points. And the lead for Wendover is back to 3, 38-35. Collett on the right wing. Dribbles into pressure, kicks it out to Sadler. Right to baseline jumper, no, short. And Henderson with the Wendover rebound. That's 9 rebounds for Henderson to go along with her 5 points. Duenas with 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go, and the Wendover Wildcats on top by 3. Wildcats, number 2 from Region 21. Mustangs, number 3 from Region 22. Left corner, Duenas, long 2, rattles home. Mustangs, I don't know if it's an energy thing, but they've let up a little bit here in the last couple of defensive possessions, and Coach Clark Anderson wants to talk about it. Mustangs take a timeout with 2 minutes to go, down 5 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. You're tuned in to Utah 1A basketball on KSL and MyLocalRadio.com.
Having a cabin close to home where you can get away for a day or two or a week at a time is something many people dream of but think it will never happen because owning 2 homes is a stretch. Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty has the solution. Quarter shares. You own 1/4 of the property. It's similar to a timeshare, except there are only 3 others who share time in your property. It's simple, cost-effective, and a wonderful way to have it all. Call Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty today, 435-946-8888.
We know that when you think of Plains Tire in Evanston, you always think
the Tire Professionals.
Quality customer service. They're friendly with great prices.
I really like Plains Tire in Evanston.
But did you also know that the team at Plains Tire offers oil changes, windshield wiper checks, and free alignment checks? That's right, free alignment checks. We don't want you to quit thinking all those great things when you hear Plains Tire. We just want you to add to the list. Plains Tire, the tire professionals. Stop in today, 157 Bear River Drive.
Welcome back to Utah 1A basketball, presented by Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. Mustangs were within 1, 36-35, but a 4-0 run by Wendover. Slagowski pulls up left angle, misses short. Solano with the rebound for Wendover, but she loses it on the baseline. Sylvia Anderson not giving up on the play. Forces the turnover. That's a 6th turnover of the quarter by Wendover. Both teams with their fair share of giveaways here in the 4th. Manila with 5. Aspen Collett in the lane, pulls up and hits. The floater is good. Aspen Collett, 9 points in the contest. Brings the Mustangs within 3. They're forcing some pressure. Energy back up there. Intensity back up for the Mustangs, but Wendover breaks the press to Delgadillo across the timeline. Duenas on the left wing, around the top of the arc, behind the back dribble. Oh, she's got some handles. 1:23 left to go in this ball game. Sadler comes out to pressure. Duenas drives, dishes. Mustangs may have gotten away with a foul as they take the ball away. Up ahead to Slagowski. She'll hold up, and she may have gotten away with a travel just now to call it. Fires across the lane. Shot up. No, a foul, though. And Abby Sadler will go to the line and shoot, too. Sadler had 4 points in the first half. Hasn't scored here in the second half, but has a chance to bring her team back to within 1 if she hits both these free throws. The foul on Tanya Duran, her 4th, 8th team foul. It's a nice pass by Collett across the lane. She was double-teamed and just found Sadler wide open. Abby hits the first. The junior has 1 more free throw attempt coming. She averages 8.5 per game to go along with 2 steals and 3.5 rebounds. Another timeout on the floor. It's Wendover. Coach Kate Henderson taking this timeout, so we'll take one too with 1:07 left to go on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. You're tuned in to Utah 1A basketball on KSL and MyLocalRadio.com. Thanks for the drink, man. Huh? Abby Sadler at the free throw line, and that one rattles home. Welcome back to Utah 1A basketball presented by BearLakeRealty.com. The Mustangs within 1, a 4-0 Manila run. Wendover breaks the press up to the left side, and a good strong foul by Chloe Slagowski to keep Solano from an easy 2-point basket. Slagowski had just Well, that's her first personal foul. So, again, not a bad foul. You force the Wildcats to earn these points rather than an easy layup. But Solano says, I'll earn those easily. She knocks down the first, no problem. 9 points in the game for Solano. 5 rebounds and a second free throw coming. This will make it a 3-point lead for Wendover if she can hit it. 41-39 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard, and Solano drains them both. Big free throws from the junior, Diana Solano, who has 10 points. Quickly up court, Sadler drives in. Ball is stolen away, a little bit out of control. Mustangs get it back. They go inside. Lexi Taylor turns right, misses, fight for the rebound, and a whistle. Jump ball. Possession arrow Manila with 47.9 seconds left to go. Boy, a lot of turnovers here in this fourth quarter. The teams have combined for 14 turnovers. Clark Anderson. Oh, the officials had said Wendover basketball. Coach Anderson of Manila says, wait a minute, let's look at that arrow. That's our ball. And the officials say, yeah, it is. You're right. And Coach Anderson says, okay, I want a timeout. 47.9 seconds left to go. We'll take a quick timeout as well. And you're watching Utah 1A basketball on KSL and MyLocalRadio.com.
Utah's Bryce Canyon is a landscape so intense, so mind-boggling that you gotta stand inside it, below it and above it, just to take it all in. And the only way to be that close to world-famous Bryce Canyon is to stay at historic Ruby's Inn. Now, Ruby's Inn completes your Bryce Canyon experience because it's your home base for family adventure. Give your family that wow moment and reconnect with nature and each other. Plan your Bryce Canyon trip today to historic Ruby's Inn, the wonder of the West.
Welcome back to this presentation of Utah 1A basketball, brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. Visit BearLakeRealty.com if you're looking for real estate in the Bear Lake area. Manila Mustangs with the basketball, trailing by 3, 42-39 with 47.9 seconds to go. Mustangs have battled back. They brought it to within 1 a couple of times, but each time they get there, Wendover pushes back up. Inbound to Anderson. She misses short, and a fight for the board is out of bounds off of Wendover. So Manila will get a second chance. Anderson down inside. Hotly contested on that shot attempt. Slagowski to inbound again for the Mustangs. Gives to Collett. She'll turn, shoot, miss short, but she's fouled. Duenas hands straight in the air in innocence. I'm not sure if that's who the foul was on. It was Yaneli Duenas. But that is her second personal foul. Aspen Collett at the line shooting 2. Can make it a 1-point game. She's just 1 of 4 from the free throw line in the second half after hitting 2 for 2 in the first. Her first free throw swishes. Aspen Collett, 10 points, 14 rebounds unofficially by my stats. And she has a second free throw coming, can make it a 1-point contest with 42.6 seconds to go. Collett drains it, swishes 2 of them home. The junior brings the Mustangs within 1. Now the full court press. And a timeout for Wendover. Tanya Duran asks for and gets the timeout. 42-41, Manila down by 1. I should say Wendover up by 1. 42.6 seconds to go on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard, and we'll be right back on Utah 1A basketball on KSL and MyLocalRadio.com.
Your truck works hard for you. Give it all the accessories it needs. Ellingford Brothers has the best accessories around. See them today for a wide variety of hitches, grill guards, and more for your truck. Ask them about a Line-X spray-on bed liner. It's specially formulated and very durable. Ellingford Brothers has quality products and affordable prices. Stop by their office today at 221 County Road. Ellingford Brothers. For your next construction project, count on the best. Ellingford Brothers in Evanston.
On the boys' side, Wendover beats Tabiona by 3, so the Wildcats boys team just finished off a win. The Wildcat girls team looking to do the same. Delgadillo with it, bounces to Duenas. They kick it up quickly, bounce back to Delgadillo, playing keep away against the Mustangs. And there's the takeaway. Aspen Collett with a steal. She'll turn, pass up court. Lexi Taylor dribbles to her right, kicks it right corner. Sadler for the long 2, misses over the top. Rebound pulled down by Duran with 20 seconds to go. The Mustangs foul. And Tanya Duran, who's 1 for 1 from the free throw line today, will get a 1-and-1 opportunity, as that's a 7th team foul on the Mustangs. Wendover Wildcat, the boys came in to the tournament as Region 21's number 2 team, beat Tabiona by 3 Next game up on the boys tournament, Bryce Valley versus Monument Valley. Duran's free throw swishes through the junior. Boy, some pressure on that free throw, but to look at her and watch her deliver that shot, you'd think this is just out in practice, maybe sitting alone by herself, just working on free throws. She drains them both. Big free throws from Tanya Duran, who has 7 points in the game, and now the Mustangs trail by 3 up across midcourt, and Coach Anderson uses a timeout, I believe, his last timeout with 16.9 seconds to go. This is a full timeout, so we'll take a break as well. Wendover on top, 44-41 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard on Utah 1A basketball on KSL and mylocalradio.com. Welcome back to Utah 1A basketball, presented by Bear Lake Realty and by Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. Mustangs with it, down by 3, 16 seconds to go. Left wing, Lexi Taylor for 3, no, short, rebound, Delgadillo, and the Mustangs foul her. Did it go out of bounds? It was a foul with 9 seconds to go. Lexi Taylor hit 2 threes earlier in the quarter, missed short on that attempt. Still a chance, a small bit of hope for the Mustangs. Abby Sadler picks up her first personal foul. It's an 8th team foul. So Delgadillo will shoot 1 and 1. She is 2 of 4 in the ball game from the free throw line. First one, no, rims around. Aspen call it the rebound. She'll turn, go up ahead to Sadler with 6, 5, 4. Sadler into the lane, goes all the way to the hoop, lays it in with 1 second to go, and Wendover wins by a point. The Mustangs needed a 3, they got a 2. And Wendover wins 44-43 on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. Abby Sadler was hoping maybe get a foul, maybe get a bucket and have time to force Wendover to inbound, but just no time left, and Wendover gets the win. What a game we had here this afternoon between Wendover and Manila, and the Wildcats move on, improved to 19-4 this season. 44-43 the final on the Rocky Mountain Yeti scoreboard. We'll have a quick post-game show coming up, and then the next game here in the girls' tournament, Penguins versus Green River, is coming up in a bit as well. But we'll be right back with more of Utah 1A basketball presented by Bear Lake Realty on KSL and mylocalradio.com.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Weststar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Weststar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Weststar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need.
When you buy or sell real estate, it's important to work with a realtor that has experience, is knowledgeable about the market that you're interested in, and has your best interest at heart. At Bear Lake Realty, you'll find all of these traits plus more when you work with Gary McKee and his professional team. So whether you're buying or selling land, a home, a summer home, or a quarter share, make sure you're working with the best real estate team. Call Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty today.
Bryce Canyon Half Marathon. 13.1 miles of fast and unforgettable running on scenic Byway 12. From Bryce Canyon City descending to Cannonville, through the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park, Race runs on the second Saturday in July. Start training today.
Welcome back to Utah 1A basketball, presented by Bear Lake Realty and Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. It's the Ruby's Inn post-game show where Manila comes up 1 point short. You could point to a few things, just 10 of 16 from the free throw line, including 5 of 7 in the fourth quarter. Abby Sadler makes a layup just before the buzzer to bring the Mustangs within one, just 1 point short, and Wendover holds on for the victory. The Wildcats used a 15-8 outscoring of Manila in the third quarter to take a 6-point lead into the fourth, and they're a 5-point lead into the fourth, and they held on for the win. 12 points from Yaneli Duenas. I had Diana Solano with 10, and Adriana Delgadillo with 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points as well. And 7 rebounds for Delgadillo also. Aspen Collett, 11 points, 15 rebounds in the loss for Manila, and the Mustangs drop down into consolation. The Wendover Wildcats move on in championship play, and they will take on the winner between Panguitch and Green River. And that'll be tomorrow at 4 p.m. And, of course, you can watch all the games live at mylocalradio.com and on live.ksl.com. So, again, a final score, Wendover over Manila, 44-34 in a great afternoon game. Wendover, congratulations to the Wildcats who improved to 19-4 overall. Mustangs dipped to 11-10, and they'll move on in consolation and play tomorrow. Let me just check real quick where Wendover or where Manila will be. They'll be down at 4 p.m. tomorrow at Richfield High School, and they'll face the loser between Panguitch and Green River. Well, that's going to do it for me, Ryan Steinekert. We're going to have Val Cook take the mic in a moment as Panguitch gets set to take on the Green River Pirates. Panguitch, the number 1 team from Region 20, Green River, number 4 from Region 4. Again, our broadcast today is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. For real estate at Bear Lake, work with the best. Visit BearLakeRealty.com, and by Ellingford Brothers in Evanston, Wyoming. For your next construction project, count on the best. Visit EllingfordBros.com. This post-game show is brought to you by Ruby's Inn, and I think we're going to go into a few ads, and then we'll have a pregame show for Panguitch versus Green River coming right up. You're tuned in to Utah 1A basketball on KSL and MyLocalRadio.com.
Hi there, Craig Dearden with Castle Rock Chevrolet right here in Evanston. Of course, it's about finding you that perfect vehicle, but at Castle Rock, it's about a lot more. It's using our experience to get you the best rate. We will get you the vehicle that you've always wanted. It's about knowing your vehicle is in the right hands. Throughout the buying experience here at Castle Rock Chevrolet, we're here for you. If you're ready to buy a new truck, come to Castle Rock. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
I didn't think it was possible to add one more thing to my already busy schedule. Then I realized that earning my degree will not